In this activity, we will create and develop our own unique response to the René Magritte painting The False Mirror using a sky wash of our choice. In the last lesson, you learnt how to create a sunrise and night sky scene, both of which would work very well in this image inside the iris of the eye. For this lesson, you have the creative freedom to choose whichever sky wash scene you want to apply, but for this video, I have chosen the night sky as I felt it worked well. In the previous art lesson, we also looked at how to mix a range of skin tones and apply them to the painting. This lesson you have the opportunity to improve your painting technique based on the teacher feedback you received from your previous Firefly submission. To complete this activity, we will recap again how to draw and paint the eye after completing the night sky scene for the iris of the eye. Materials you will need for this lesson are a CD to draw around, some watercolours and black and white paint. If you also have some poster paint left over from last lesson for the skin tones red, yellow and white, that will be great. So let's start with our background sky wash using a deep blue and then using plenty of water with that watercolour. If you don't have watercolours, then make sure you dilute down that poster paint or acrylic. Now I'm going in with another coat of black paint and blending that again. We're using a wide, the biggest flathead paintbrush that you have at home, and then we will let that dry. You will also notice that I go in again with the second layer just to make it darker. Next, I'm taking a CD, drawing around that and the inside to create the iris shape again, and then I'm going to position the top of my glue stick to act as the moon. Make sure that the placement of the moon is just off to the side of where you want your black pupil to be, as you still want it to be visible. Here I'm using a white acrylic paint as it will show up better than compared to a watercolour. Next, we're going to do the tapping painting technique that we used last lesson to create the stars, and I do recommend as well just testing out that your splats of the paint are the way that you want them to be before you apply them to the paper. This lesson I decided to use a small corner of a sponge to give us a really light sort of cloud effect, and the shape of that is almost elongated oval shape. After I've done that with my clouds and my stars, then I'm going to fill in the black pupil. Make sure that you've drawn around something circular and it is the size that you want it to be. Once our painting is almost dry, we will turn the paper, cutting very neatly around the iris of the eye. Once that's cut out, just amend where you need to trim it at the top, mark that little bit out with a pencil, and then stick that over the painted background of the René Magritte eye. For the purpose of this video, I had actually photocopied the painting of the eye I did last time, but for you guys this week you will be doing a second painting of the eye and then filling in the night sky or even the sunrise iris as you please. To complete this lesson, you can create the art lesson notes of your personal response painting as follows. The gapped notes on Firefly say, in this activity I chose to paint the iris of the eye with you can either say a night scene or sunrise scene. Then state what works well about your painting and then even better if. Don't forget to date it and add the lesson number at the top.